What's up, everybody? It's Nelson, aka the Amish Country Mets fan, and it's been a little while since we did a little one-on-one, my thoughts on the team and what's been going on. If you missed it, Buck Showalter will not be returning as manager next year. He got fired. Apparently, they seemed to have given him a choice to resign, and he didn't want to go down like that, so he chose to just let them fire him. He announced it before the game yesterday. It was interesting. It was a little weird how that all went down. I don't know if they told him what was happening and they wanted to announce it today, and he took it upon himself and said, no, I want to do this now, or what. But it definitely gave the vibe that they weren't exactly on the same page on how they were going to roll that out. But either way, you got a nice little ovation from the team when he went out and gave the lineup card out. He was obviously emotional. Some of the guys seemed a little bit emotional. They took the blame, Nimmo and Lindor and Pete. Like, they took the blame for how things went down, and the fact that it's really, if I'm being fair, I do have issues with Buck. Had a lot of issues with Buck. I do think this was the right move, but this wasn't all his fault. Like, the team underperformed. The guys on the field were the ones that didn't get the job done. Is there things he could have done better? I believe so, yes. My biggest gripe with Buck was his management of the rookies. I didn't agree with it. My other big gripe with him was the lineups. You can argue it wasn't him doing the lineups by himself. It's an analytical department thing. I don't know. I feel like at the end of the day, he's the manager. He has a lot of say in how that goes down. Personally, I feel like he could have done a better job there. Other than that, I don't know, man. I just think it's the right move. I think it's good to give Stearns the opportunity, and Steve Cohen said this, like, Stearns wanted to be able to pick his own guy, and I can't blame him for that. Like, we need a regime top to bottom that works. Everybody's on the same page. He's coming in fresh. Let him pick his own guy. He's already keeping Billy, but that makes some sense because Billy's his guy anyways. Like, they're friends. And Billy does have, I think one of the reason Billy's sticking around, like, Stearns is new to this front office and new to the workings of it. I think having Billy there as a guy that's already been here, I think that helps him a little bit. I'm speculating, obviously, but I think that might have played a role in keeping Billy around. Plus, Billy had a great trade deadline. I mean, you can't really argue that. The dude got us a top farm system out of nothing. Like, he traded away aging vets that they shouldn't have gotten in return what they got. And he did a great job with that. So I think that alone earned himself an opportunity to stick around. He's going to be under Stearns. Stearns is going to be making the main decisions anyway, so I don't have a problem with that. I'm good with Billy staying. And I'm sure if Stearns doesn't think Billy's doing the job, he will get rid of him. Stearns is a competent baseball man. I mean, he's got a good track record. I know people argue that the Brewers never won anything. Listen, it's not all about World Series. Like, the Brewers made the playoffs almost every year that Stearns was at the helm. Like, they made the playoffs, 4 or 5 years in a row. Like, that's something that franchise has never done. That franchise was before he got there, that franchise was horrible. And when the Mets have never made the postseason more than 2 years in a row. So if we can get a consistent winner, yeah, obviously World Series is the ultimate goal, but I want a team that's in the playoffs every year. I want that. I want to be able to sit here on October 2nd, and say, hey, I'm pumped because the Mets are playing Game 1 of the postseason tomorrow, or Game 1 of the postseason on Friday or Saturday, whatever the case may be. Like, I want to be able to say that year in and year out. I want the opportunity, because you can't win a World Series without the opportunity. If you don't make the playoffs, you got no shot. If you make the playoffs, anything can happen. It's a crapshoot. So excited to see the direction Stearns chooses to go. We're going to be doing tons of videos this offseason. We're not stopping the content. We're going to be talking potential targets, potential manager replacements. If you don't follow me on X, follow me over there. I'm going to be posting a lot of that stuff over there. Like, I got like little bios for the guys that could be manager. I'm going to be pumping out a couple more of those actually this week. So far, I've done Craig Consu, Pat Murphy, and Eric Chavez. I'm thinking of doing Joe Espada. As much as I hate to, maybe Gabe Kapler, just because I feel like his name's going to be popping up. Thought about Mike Schilt. That's a name I've heard some Mets fans clamoring for. And we'll see. Whatever else, if a guy gets rumored to be interviewing or whatnot, then I'll probably do a little bio on them and put that out there for everyone. Just so you have some background in one spot, so you don't have to go Googling it. But anyways, yeah, excited for this press conference that's going to happen today with Stearns. Be interested to hear what he has to say, what his thoughts are, what his outlook is moving forward. Other than that, man, obviously there wasn't a ton great to take away from this season. Some guys had good individual seasons. Senga had a great season. Shout out to Kodai Senga. Francisco Lindor, I know he has his haters. He's always going to have his haters. To me, the dude put up a phenomenal season. Ended up hitting like 250, mid 250s, maybe 255-ish. 30 homers, 30 RBI, 30 homers, over 30 homers, 30 steals, over 30 doubles, 100 runs, 100 RBI. No, he didn't get the 100 RBI. I think he got 98, but he was close. He was knocking on the door there. So, I mean, shout out him. Shout out Pete. The average wasn't there at all. The average scares me. I've said that before. But his power numbers were there. The RBIs were there. Hopefully he gets that average back to career norms next season. If he gets over 250, man, that's fine. It's just under 220, I'm not the biggest fan of. So, sorry, Amish country distractions. But, yeah, looking forward to seeing what the future holds. Excited to be here doing more content for you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Definitely comment, leave me ideas, things to talk about, feedback, what have you. Love to hear from you guys. Make sure you're checking us out on the Interstate Mets Report. Me and my buddy Chris, we do that show on Tuesdays and Fridays. We're going to be hammering out content throughout the off season, so don't sleep on us. We're going to be here for you. If you're looking for Mets content, it'll still be there. If you want a break from the Mets, I also understand that, but make sure you come back and check us out when you're ready. So thank you for watching. Appreciate you. Again, like, comment, subscribe. Helps me out a ton. Trying to grow this as much as possible. I kind of petered out around 230 subscribers. Trying to bump that up to 250 and keep going from there. So if you guys can help me out, I appreciate it. Thank you, and let's go Mets.